I like to put up super sharp string daggers and call them back like Captain America's shield to cut people's ankles, spend hours untangling said daggers and tying people into bond. Welcome to a series in which I give a very not serious buff ideas to every perk in Decaying Winter. And today we're tying the Crosslink into the series. Immediately put on the increased stamina trait because the amount of stamina you start out with is so low. Now, if you've ever heard of Marvel, you've probably heard about this character named Spider-Man. He's a person, well actually it could be a she too, but they're typically an entity which goes around slinging webs and stickies people up with webs, you know, spider, and they beat people up with their fists. Yeah, Spider-Man does not sound so nice when you describe it like that. Anyways, Spider-Man is cool and all, but remember, we're in a no mercy world where AK-47s, skin-changing demons, head-chopping demons, invisible demons, and you know what, you get the point. There's a lot of things that want to kill you, and your current usage of deployable crosswire daggers simply isn't cutting it. I mean, like, literally it isn't cutting it. It's just too balanced. So let's change it. Your lethal crosswire daggers are now semi-infinite like the Spider-Man itself, with each one having, let's say, 1 to 2% ability cost rather than the 20, meaning you can sling your daggers wherever and make a dagger minefield. And you can give up a melee weapon to dual wield the death slinging string daggers, wire daggers, crosswire daggers, whatever you want to call them. The daggers that are on strings or wires. Yeah, you know, yeah, you get it. It's what time it is. It's perk combo time! Any deployed wire dagger connected to another can be shot at either directly or by the area of effect of Lazarus' ability, chaining across the wire and forming stun fields if the daggers make shapes between their connections, such as a square, a definitely not perfect circle because this is Roblox, a triangle, and so on. However, if there are no formations, for example, if the daggers are connected and are a straight line, then the area of effect is higher compared to an unchanneled Lazarus stun, but it won't make a stun field because, again, it's not connected. You know, I really like this area denial idea, so let's say the emulator can light the wires on fire as well. So that's 2 perk combos in one video. You guys are lucky. Once the emulator lights the wires on fire, it will form a wall of flame that blinds enemies who walk through it and sets them on fire as well. However, enemies who see their comments set ablaze will refuse to walk through because, I mean, who willingly walks into danger where they can literally hear the screams of their dying friends? Yeah, that's not dark at all. Also, there will be a 1 to 5%, scratch that sounds too balanced. There will be a 20% chance enemies will flee the field upon seeing scorched allies, as in their friends, which are your enemies. But your enemies are their friends, so you know, that only gets more confusing the more I try to explain it, so let's move on. After having gone to an anime convention, the Crosslink decided to spend years learning the art of Kyoketsu Shoge. Now able to manipulate the wire dagger as an extension of themselves, rather than an item or some other philosophical type of phrasing we want to use, the Crosslink can now latch onto enemies with their wire dagger and can choose to pull them closer or to buff them based on where the dagger landed. For example, a wire dagger to the head can trigger an insta-kill, and a dagger to the leg can rip it off, and a dagger to the balls can cause emotional damage. Or the Crosslink can choose a more melee-oriented approach and apply Kyoketsu Shoge in a more stylish method, rejecting any form of melee weapon like the Apostle with a given locked wire dagger that has longer ranges than any spear weapon by a couple feet and can be wielded with great effect. But just be careful, do not tangle yourself. It hurts, I hear. I wouldn't know though. Okay, fine, maybe I did tangle myself up once. And because of the anime convention, the Crosslink decided to binge watch them, and they found one that just really stuck with them. It hit them in the feels, in the heart. And there's a season 5 that's coming out soon, or is already out. I need to keep up with it. But it stuck with them. So they cut open some metal boxes, stole some executioner swords, and sized them down a bit, modified the wire daggers so they're much stronger than the wrist version, and stuck the wire mechanisms inside the metal boxes. And occasionally, on a bright night, you might just see the Crosslink zooming around the map, slicing off an enemy's head. Starting with the nape, of course. And before you ask, no, I didn't forget. Of course the Crosslink is going to say when they use the pull ability. You thought I would leave that out, wouldn't you? No one did it. Anyways, guys, hope you guys enjoyed, and have a great rest of your day, and your night, and your morning, and your evening. Bye-bye.
Hey, subscribe.
You don't have to, but you should.
Hey,
Yeah.
ah.